God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Hi, Andrew here, and I'm not feeling particularly serene. A bit of background. You all know I struggle with depression. Well, one of the things that has triggered my depressions has been the isolation, the locking down, the being taken, having taken away the social interactions, the normal daily, the normal daily interactions of my life that allow me to keep my depression under control, to keep my life as normal as it can be. Last night, I read a news article saying that due to rising cases and modeling of further rising cases, that further restrictions are on the table. Now, a month ago, we were told that January 17th, the restrictions would start to really lift, and by March, I believe it was, life would be returning to some semblance of normal. We were given a light at the end of the tunnel. Yesterday, I found out that before we get to the end of the tunnel, things are going to be potentially going to be throttled back down. Are they going to be throttled back down to where they were last February when I hit the lowest point I've been in over a decade? I don't know. Is it going to be that bad? Maybe. Is it going to be worse? Possibly. Is it going to be better? We hope so. But I don't know, and that uncertainty plays hell with me. In addition, whether it's going to be extremely restrictive or mildly restrictive or not at all, maybe this is just, we're letting you know just in case. This is not something I can change. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Accept the things I cannot change. And that's what I'm working on. I'm working to accept that this is going to happen. But it is not playing well with my emotional state. Courage to change the things I can. Well, there is something that I can do. My small environment, not my big environment, not my entire social circle, not going to the gyms and all of these things, those are beyond my control. If they say gyms and restaurants, they're closed again, can't go, vaccine passport or no, forget it, doesn't matter, that's not on the table, that's no longer on the table. I can't change that. That will happen or that will not. I have to learn to accept that. But what can I change? I have started to develop a small circle of people who suffer similar problems or identical problems to mine. I can get together with them. I can take a walk with my friend, we can take his dog out, run her in the park, and we can just hang out and chat. I can go out with another friend who one of his boys and one of my boys are best buds, so we can take them to the park and let them run around and we can hang out and interact. We can talk about our problems, we can get some of it out of there, we can relieve the pressure, we can let a little of the pressure out. I can make that change. And the wisdom to know the difference. Well, I'm one man out of, what's the population of Ontario? 14 million people or thereabouts? I'm one soul out of 14 or 15 million. My voice is not going to be heard by Stay Puft from Scarborough. Not going to happen. So what the restrictions will be, I don't know. But I can't have an effect on those, and I have to have the wisdom to know that. And I have to concentrate on learn to accept, then change those things that I can, and separate the two into two separate baskets, piles, whatever, and work from there. If you are struggling with whatever demon it is, and if these new announcements, or these announcements of potentially new restrictions coming in, are having an effect on you, I strongly suggest you go back to the Serenity prayer. My godmother gave me a lovely framed copy of that probably 45 years ago, and it hung in my bedroom right up until I moved out to go to university. What happened to it, I don't know, but I read that thing 1,000 times. I memorized it right off the start. Maybe I even knew before I knew I had problems with depression. At least maybe I knew before I consciously knew I had problems with depression. Maybe I knew something was wrong, and I memorized that thing. And I've been able to recite that poem, that little line, that little prayer, my whole life. And I keep coming back to it. Learn to accept the things you can't change. Learn to live with them. Change what you can. Accommodate. And learn to understand what it is you can change and what you can't change. Don't bang your head against that wall. Work on what you can work on. And try to let go of the things that you can't. We have enough difficulties in this life without tilting at windmills. At least that's how I look at it.